Alrighty, welcome everyone to another live stream. I'm back from vacation, so it is time to start getting back into the swing of things. So let's pull up our last illustration. All right, so last time we left off on this illustration of the month, which is by now far overdue. I apologize, everyone. And actually, that reminds me, I forgot to post the link on Patreon, so bear with me one moment as I set that up. In the meantime, let me know in the chat, how was your weekend? Hope everything went well. Okay, Patreon. Which reminds me, I forgot to start off with a word of prayer. Lord Jesus, we thank you for this wonderful day. We pray that you be with me with us as we work on art. Thank you, Lord. Help us to have a good time. In your name I pray. Amen. Okay. Alrighty. And yep, publish. All right. All right. And now we can head back. Okay. OBS. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. And start off with a cup of coffee. Okay. Let's see. All right. Here we go. I keep saying here we go and just double checking on everything, making sure everything's all set. All right. So yeah. So this is the very long overdue illustration of the month. We have our characters riding a stegosaurus. Okay. What brush am I on? I don't want to be on my sketch brush. I want this. I want the tree. Make sure I'm on the right layer. No, I'm not on the right layer. Here's the back. I think the brushwork was just a little too thick. Okay. There we go. That's a smoother transition, I think. There we go. Not bad, not bad. All right. Then we're gonna have to color this in pretty quick. Trying to see what I need to do before we're done with inking. Where's my sketch layer? Okay. Yes, this wolf needs his sword. That's gonna go all the way to here. slight fold so you know that yes, the cloak is reacting with the sword. Hopefully that looks okay. Pulse. Stegosaurus layer. Oops, that's the eraser brush. There we go. And then we have Samara here reading her scroll. I actually want to give her just a little bit more. Oh, I'm on the wrong layers. Good gracious, Andrew, pay attention to what layers are first. I want to give her a little bit more of a low cut neckline. A little bit more of that chest floof. There we go. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the bust a little bit. One, I don't want that tangent there. Just gonna have like a little, like not a belt, but like a, yeah, like something around her waist there. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Okay. So. Oops. I think that looks good. Just gonna add a little bit of shading here. BTW Animations, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Yes, after my long hiatus due to vacation, I am back to live streaming. And just finishing up here the illustration of the month. That was actually for June, I believe. I'm so behind on stuff. We have our little Stegosaurus caravan. Just adding some shading with Samara, or as many of you probably know her as Sam. And she is the main focus of the. She's the main character here, so she's the only one I'll actually do shading on to anchor her a little bit more. Okay, some line work that needs to be erased. That's in the Stegosaur layer. There we go. Oh, good gracious. What kind of hand is that? There. There's the mouse made. Let's see. It's technically correct, but it looks bad. Nope. You know, hands are very difficult to draw. That's better, but need those fingers a little more distinct. looks better. It's from far away. Let's see. BTW animations. Oh, nice. More Sam lore character development. Yes. Yep. I have in my mind that Sam will eventually become a priestess, of the All Fire. And yeah, I actually have a comic that I have planned out, kind of like showing like how that ends up working out. I just haven't done that yet. Eventually we'll get there. Part of me actually, if I could do things over, I would actually add an element to my earlier comic, an unexpected well, that's The Hobbit. An unexpected blessing, kind of hinting at that's what Sam will do. I know exactly how I would hint at that, but we'll have to probably rely on a flashback or something whenever we do get to that point in the story. Okay. I think that line is too thick, so I'm gonna thin that out a little bit. There you go. Okay, just taking a moment to look at everything. What is this line here? Somewhere in the background layer, I'm sure. Yep. What is this supposed to be? Probably another tree. I'll figure that out once I do the coloring. All right. Just get some textures. Actually, I think that's too distracting. I was just earlier setting up some different ways to draw textures on trees. I think this is just not the right time to experiment. Okay. Let's hide that sketch layer again. Oh, that's what I was going to do, wasn't it? Let me bring back my sketch layer. Oh, okay. Right, where's the six? I'm gonna create a separate layer for this just in case. And you guys let me know if you think this works, but my idea, so that characters like Samara and the other passengers don't fall off, my idea was to have like a little, like these, the plates on the Stegosaurus kind of roped off. So then that way, even if you're sitting on the side, you're less likely to fall off. Well, I might have to fix that actually. Shoot, I was hoping just to go straight into color, but oh well. Oops. Nightfall, hey, welcome, welcome. What a cool scene. I think ropes between spines work well as safety measures. Exactly, yeah. You can't have your priestess or your passengers falling off. No, granted, I don't think most companies in the world of Homcha are that susceptible to lawsuits as businesses are in our modern day, but I'm sure there can be consequences for negligence depending on what kingdom you're from. Okay, so Samara, the rope is gonna go here. Kind of show like it's knotted off there or something. This mouse maid needs a safety rope too. This guy, okay, so he is technically in front of the spine. So how's that gonna work? It's gonna have to have safety rope. It's gonna be bending. See. Nightfall, how is your writing going? Uh-oh, is my iPad glitching out again? We have to figure out why this keeps happening. And that's okay. Hopefully, because we're gonna be done using straight from the iPad. So, say maybe some little decorative beads or charms here on the rope. Oops. Erase some of those. Let's see, Nightfall. Oh, Ryan, hey, welcome. Good to see ya. Let's see, Nightfall. Going well. Took a break for a bit, but back at it with my Pokemon fanfic. Nice. Nim's short story still on the back burner. It needs a little more motivation. Well, I'm motivating you. You gotta finish. I need to read a story about Nim. No. I always find what's really helpful with, well, not always. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I would get like an artist that you really like and have like a concept art piece commissioned. Like, this is what the story's going to look like, or here's a scene from the story. Have that commissioned, so then that way you have a visualization of your story. That's kind of what happened for my book, The King's Heir. I commissioned Robert Karspeken from R&M Creative Endeavors. He's the artist behind the Fox Paws comic. I can put a link in the description later or in the chat. Anyways, he did some concept sketches for Mari's story. And granted, the very first commission ended up kind of happening in the book, but not really. Storyline changed and all that, but that was like a really important piece in creating the story, because then I had a visual idea of what of Mari's character and her plight and all that. Actually, no, I don't think they ever posted it online, unfortunately. But otherwise, I'd send a link to it. Hi, Ryan. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Back at it. Let's see. Nightfall. Haha, thank you. That does help to know. She's got an audience waiting, and I've done that before. I do need to get something new of Nim to help kick off some new inspiration. For sure. For sure. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I want these blades to be roped off as well. Sure, why not? And you got a rope, that's fine. It's technically hardly going to be visible once you zoom out, so I'm not too concerned about making sure everything fits just perfectly. Also because I'm lazy. There you go. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And then, do we need it roped off here? That's the question. Yeah. As much as I'm sure this lady squirrel's not too concerned about falling off Stegosaurus, I think she probably would appreciate that they at least tried to have some safety measures for her sake. Okay, so where's the Stegosaurus lair? Gotta erase some of this stuff. Oops, too much. Everything works pretty good. Uh-oh, it's starting to glitch. My apologies, folks. For whatever reason, my iPad glitches out with OBS. I don't know why. Okay. What is that layer? Samara? Go. The otter. That's good, that's good. Back to my sticks for later. Where's the squirrel? Jeez. Perfect. And then, yeah, I don't think they'd let anyone sit back here. Obviously, the tail swings a bit too much. And you're near the Thagomizer, and no one wants to get impaled. Hey, Lotharens, welcome. Good to hear from you. We are back in schedule. Okay. I think we are ready to call this ready to color. Of course, I gotta sign it. I need a layer for that. I'm gonna sign that here. I always blow my artwork a kiss. I don't know why. That's just what I do. Okay. Hide that sketch layer. Whoops, wrong layer. Nice. I'm pleased with this. Okay, and then I'm gonna. Yes, the fun part. Actually, for me, the fun part is drawing. The hard part is color. But it needs to be done. Okay. I'm gonna quickly set everything up here before I transition the stream over to Clip Studio Paint. Nightfall, good job so far. Thank you, appreciate it. Let's see, make sure everything goes well for this transition. Okay, going to share. Yep. Share as a PDF. Nope, that's wrong type. PSD, there we go. Airdrop. Let's see, Lotharens. In times I did an ink wash and colored it with watercolors. Of course, the line art was done with a quill pen. Oh, nice. Very cool. Okay, that's good. Open that up. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to transition OBS over to Clip Studio Paint. Bear with me one moment. Things might not work the way I'm hoping. Let's see. Transition. Okay, so we have blank screen. Clip Studio Paint. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to quickly adjust the size. 1 second. Bear with me 1 second as I set this all up. Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Lotharens. I appreciate that. Okay. So now I need to screen share onto my iPad. 1 second. Perfect. I think. No, my computer's glitching out. Here we go. Nice. Yep, looks like it transferred well. Okay. So now I'm gonna take all the inks and put them in a folder. Okay. I was not prepared to start the colors already, so I realize I need to find some color references. Oh dear. But I have my Stegosaurus reference actually, so I can probably start with that. And this is a photograph of the beast of the Mesozoic Stegosaurus. Yeah. Start. Okay, where's the? I should probably start naming all these layers. That's forest ink. Ink. What is that? Signature. Stego ink. I'm gonna make that Stegosaurus ink, as well as. No, I'll make that its own separate layer. That is underbelly ink. Violet ink. I might need to actually just combine all the characters into one layer. Let's see. Harness ink. Should be okay. Measure ink. What layer is this? Okay. So that must be a blank layer. Unless my eyes are not catching something disappearing. Here we go. Mouse ink. This would be Sam ink. Props. Pardon me, I gotta sneeze. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Now, messengers, ink. Others. How do I have two inks, signature inks? What is this one? Oh, I've signed this twice. Ah, that is hilarious, actually. Oh, that's funny. I like this, the last one I did. Pardon me. Okay, so Stego ink is gonna be our reference layer. Let's call this Stego. Okay. Oops. Okay, that did not work the way I wanted. Let's set our references. There we go, that's better. See, it's way easier to color in Clip Soup. Oh, I had the wrong. It's way easier for me to color in Clip Soup paint than in wow, that is an atrocious color. I might need to abandon this this art piece until I actually have a better idea what I'm doing for the colors. Usually I spend forever on Pinterest or something, looking at different color combinations. Since I am colorblind, I really just color pick from existing illustrations because I know those images work, though I don't know why. Let's see. So let's see. So some stripes. I actually don't know if I want stripes on a Stegosaurus. Let's see. Let's see how this works. Ooh. Something like that is not bad, actually. Let's see, Lutherans. Double signs means even more authenticity. For sure. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a tedious process, and I still don't know what colors I'm doing, so... I'm actually going to put this away for now, I think. 1 second, I gotta check the message that just came in. Oops. Okay. Meantime, let's see. Okay, what am I doing? I'm gonna go over to Pinterest and quickly look for some references. Actually, I think I know what to do. I might not have the right colors for the Stegosaurus yet, but I think I might have some references for the background. Maybe? No, it doesn't look good. Never mind. That's the... Yeah. I was about to complain, but never mind. I don't need to do that. Okay, well, I think, yeah, I'm gonna put this illustration aside for now, and we'll visit it some other time when I have my color references all set up. In the meantime, let's do some doodling. I already have Clip Paint set up, so we can stay in here. Let's see, BTW animations. The good thing about dinos is that they can be any color you want since you don't know the official color. That is true. Very true. My main concern is actually the forest. Actually, you know what? I think I might have an idea. Oops. Let's go back to the screen. Let's see. Unexpected blessing. Where are you? Yeah. Let's see. What do I want to use? Okay. Saved photos. I'm just gonna reuse some colors from an unexpected blessing. Send that to the computer. Go. Huzzah! One cool thing when you hire a colorist to work on your stuff means you have really good color references. Okay. So we have a gradient here. Nope. There we go. Okay. Now, these trees in the far background should be blue. So, sorry if this is really bright on your guys' eyes for the moment. I do apologize. Oops. Or I could just follow my existing work already. Now you all get a glimpse into my color process. Let's see. Lutherans, or at least a very few individuals where they caught a piece of skin preserved, I think. Oh yeah, talking about dinosaurs. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's a couple dinosaurs, yeah, that we know of the skin pattern. I want to say we might have the skin pattern of a hadrosaur and then Microraptor. I think because we have their preserved feathers, we're able to look at this. I don't understand how it works, but somehow we're able to look at the cells within fossilized cells, which is incredible. And we can see what type of protein they have in them, which tells you what kind of color they were, or something like that. I don't know. Makes no sense to me. But we know that they were essentially. Microraptor was almost black, like a raven. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Some trees far in the background. Okay, we're gonna hide this stegosaur for now. Oops, nope, don't want that. Now, again, flatting takes a while and sometimes is not fun to look at. So, if you folks are not interested in seeing this and you're like, oh, this is kind of hard on the eyes, by all means, let me know. I have no problem switching over to some other project. Whoops, what was that? That's going to be behind these trees, so that's okay, because we'll have them there soon. Essentially, it's going to look like this, hopefully. Okay. I'm going to pull out these Ravens are, let's see, what BTW animations, Ravens are Raptors confirmed. I actually have a project. Let's see, what do I say? What do I say? I have a project involving Microraptor. Ooh, that is a very red tree. Okay. I'll leave that there for now. I'll make it more of a brownish color later. Now you may be looking at that tree and say, or tree color and say, Andy, that is brown. This is the joy of color blindness. To me, it looks red. And maybe it is red. I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, so I have a project coming up soon that I am figuring out. It does involve Microraptors. And one of your favorite, a fan favorite character. That's all I'll say. Oops. Oh, that actually reminds me. Yeah, so commissions are open. I have one slot left. I had 3 commission slots open. Nightfall has taken 1. And then another client, I believe from For Affinity, has taken another slot. So there's 1 left. If you go in the description down below this video, there is a link to the commission page. Brand new commission page, actually. Really proud of it. Looks pretty good. At least I think it looks good. Yeah, if you're interested in a commission and you'd like to see it here on the live stream soon, by all means, check out the commission page, send me an email. Yeah. Again, only 1 left, and I'll probably, if that doesn't get filled out today, I will be closing commissions until I'm done with the aforementioned commissions, and maybe I'm done with another project. We shall see. Of course, if you are a member on Patreon, there is no commissions are open all the time for patrons. Now, granted, there may be times where I will refuse a commission just because I'm busy with other projects, but for the most part, for patrons, they don't need to wait till commissions are open again. Okay. And again, that link is in the description down below. Okay. And same color for this tree. BTW animation. Would love to, but low on moms at the moment. Ah, I get that. All good, no worries. I do have some cheaper options on there. I do digital sketches for like 20 bucks. And I'm sure you've seen me live stream some of these sketches before. Actually, I don't need that right there. Okay. Yeah, that option is 20 bucks. But yeah, if you're low on funds at the moment, no worries. I've spent, let's see, all day yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday. Yeah, I spent Monday and Tuesday finishing up my book, Sophia and the Dragon. Right now, all that needs to be done is a little bit of. I've been working on the text, making sure everything's all laid out perfectly. I just gotta tweak some of the text on the cover, and then add in the copyright page. And then I'll be ready to do our very first test print. We did test print. Maybe let me grab it 1 second. Almost a year ago, actually. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Almost a year ago, we did our very first test print of the book. It was before I did all the color, but I had finished all the illustrations and put it together just so then I knew, and the text is obviously going to be a different size, different font, but I need to make sure that these illustrations worked for the size that I have planned to put the book together. That's all you guys will see. But everything worked great, so now I am very excited to start the next phase of the test print in color with the correct text, everything. Now we are having some issues with the printing company that I worked for. So all my comic, let me grab that too. Pardon me. Which you can, by the way, get a digital version on Amazon or on Gumroad. But my comic, An Unexpected Blessing, was printed through Mixum, which was a great company to work with. The colors are fantastic. The printing was amazing. Very easy company to work with. Unfortunately, they got partially bought out by Vistaprint. And my good friend Andrew Fleming, he did some fan art here for, I guess art here for An Unexpected Blessing. Man, I'm choking up on words here. He's also the artist behind the Solarian Sun comic. If you guys haven't read that, check it out. There is definitely some mature themes, so if you are younger, I wouldn't recommend it. But anyways, great guy. I love him to death. He's one of my best friends. Andrew Fleming was about to start printing the next volume of his comic, and he started having some issues with the print, and because Vistaprint is now co-owners or partial owners, the customer service has been really bad. Like, very bad, not understanding. They're giving him a really hard time, giving him the runaround. It's pretty bad, which is a shame because Mixum was like known for being easy to work with. Their customer service was great. They were very helpful. If there was an issue with the print, they bent over backwards to make sure you got the right prints and were treated kindly. Vistaprint now it's terrible. They're treating him pretty badly. So all that to say, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do for printing for Sophia and the Dragon. I might still stick with Mixum, and just hope things go well, or I might try a different company or, heaven forbid, Amazon direct publishing. Obviously, like The King's Heir is published through Amazon, but I don't know how they would do with a picture book, and I want to make sure that the print is of high quality. Sorry, that was a very long rant and spiel. Let's see. Oops. Gotta wait a moment. Take a sip of coffee. Let's see, Nightfall. Wow, that's a shame to hear about the printers. Corporate greed claims another. Yeah, unfortunately. I do have a copy of The King's Heir, which was good, but I definitely feel this story requires a specialized publisher. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I would love to also rewrite The King's Heir. There's a few things that I need to fix, some details. I'm like, oh, now that I'd like to think a better writer. I'm like, oh, I see a lot of glaring errors here. Um, if I were to do that, I would also get a new cover. I'd probably hire out a cover artist, just so that it pops better, it looks better. But yeah, I'm glad you have it, man. That's awesome. I'm glad, happy you have a copy of my book. Always a privilege when someone gets a copy of your work. Very blessed. Let's see. Planet Fox. Hey, oh, Andy and friends. Hey, Planet Fox. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Let's see. Nightfall. Oh yeah, looking at past writings makes me cringe. I get that. Yikes. Yeah. That's normal. We're always growing as creators. At least that's the hope. Yes, that's the hope. One of the projects that the project that I hinted at before, featuring a fan favorite character and some microraptors, I'm kind of afraid to start, mainly because I'm like, what if I'm not as good I'm not a better writer than I was back in 2020, which, wow, is The King's Heir really 6 years old? Man. Anywho, yeah. Which actually reminds me, here, I'll pull it out here for you guys. Okay. I'm sure you saw, I posted a poll on YouTube a couple days ago, maybe a week ago. Would you all be interested if I did live streams where I just wrote my book here during the live stream and here on the typewriter? So I've been experimenting writing with the typewriter, but I bought a typewriter because my goal is to write my first draft here in physical form, and then digitize it and do the editing there. Let me grab a piece of paper. Let's see. Roll that in. There's my phone so I can see what you guys are seeing. There it is. Let me bring up. I don't know if you guys can really see that. I'd have to set up a different, like a different screen or something like that. But there we go. Trying to make sure y'all can see. Sorry, it takes a second. There you go, typewriter. But yeah, so it would just be me writing the story. Oops. This. Now it takes some time getting used to writing with the typewriter. I've been spending the past couple days writing with it, trying to grow accustomed to how it works. It's a bit high up, so it's not like your hands are down here like on a computer. But then of course some of the keys are different and all that, but it's really fun to write on a physical, actual typewriter, which is really, really nice. Yeah. So this is kind of what I would like to, how I'd like to start writing my book or my next story. And I don't know if you guys would be interested in a live stream like that. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to see what I'm writing, but you guys would just be able to hang out, comment in the chat, and I don't know how often I'll be able to interact with the chat if I'm writing on a typewriter, but let's see. Nightfall, I think a writing stream would be cool, and snazzy typewriter. Thank you, I appreciate that. Never seriously used one. Do you like how it feels, types? Not yet. I'm getting there. It takes some time to get used to. The flow is a little different than on the computer. Technically, the keys are in a similar layout, but again, your hand. Make sure you guys can see me. Yeah. Your hand isn't lower down like on a computer. It's higher up. There's no backspace. You have to use whiteout. For the exclamation mark, you have to write a apostrophe, backspace, and put a period in underneath it. So therefore you have an exclamation mark. So there's some differences. A lot of things that are just like, it's very different. But yeah, it's really fun. It's very rewarding to see it right there physically. Plus you have the typewriter in front of you, which that in itself is a reward. So yeah, I would recommend it if you want to just have a vibe while writing. Just be assured that it's going to take you a while to write. It took me 10 minutes to write a paragraph because you're trying to find everything. And I'll be honest, I never learned to type. I was really bad at it, so I chicken scratch. I finger pick. And maybe it would work better if I did know how to actually type. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really fun. Highly recommend it. I need to clean this one out a little bit more. It is an older machine from the 60s. There's some felt inside the machine, I think, for like cushioning the keys when they hit. And it's definitely old, kind of moldy smelling. So I have some evergreen that I need to keep spraying on it to try and get rid of that smell. It's not as bad as it was, but it takes some getting used to cleaning it, and it just works. It's different. It's a very different type of experience, but I really enjoy it so far. Anywho, so yeah, if I know some folks said that it sounds cool, but they wouldn't personally be interested in watching a stream like that. If you would be interested in a stream like that, let me know. then I'll be sure to live stream that. Okay, where was I? Oops. And once again, I know we have some new people here that missed the announcement. Commissions are open. I have one slot left. We did have 3, and then Nightfall and another client took those spots. So there's one more spot left, and the description to the new commission page is in the description down below. What did I say? The link to the commission page is in the description down below. Okay, let's go back to our reference. We're gonna have these dark plants. Oops. Planet Fox, I'd love to have an Andy commission, but I already gave all my money to Fallout. Hey, to Fallout Fox? Hey, you know what? That's worthwhile. I think I got a commission from, well, not even a commission. I had done an art trade with Fallout Fox years ago, and I need to get a piece done by Fallout Fox again. Or was that somebody else? I feel like it was Fallout Fox. That's okay. Fallout Fox is a worthy person to get a commission from. Oops. One of your best friends. Oh, okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah, I have not really had a chance to chat much with Fallout Fox, but we're on the same Discord server, I think. So I need to reach out more. They're pretty cool. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, there's a rock there. Let's see. Yep. And I think our next stream, I'm trying to think what, today's Wednesday. What do I normally stream on Thursdays? Is that just doodles? I forget. But Friday I'll be streaming commissions. I have the commission from Nightfall that I need to work on. I actually need to start sketching that out. I've been sketching out another commission that came in first, so. Planet Fox. Oh wow, Andy, this is really cute. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. This is a very long overdue illustration. Going out on vacation did not help my timeline. Okay. And then, of course, my main priority has been finishing up Sophie and the Dragon, so this also took a backseat to that. Oops. Technically, everything has taken a huge backseat to Sophie and the Dragon. That's been my main focus for a year now. Took me a year to illustrate it. Yikes. And most of that time was actually spent doing the color. Again, as you can tell, color's not my thing, and I needed to make sure that this looked good. So it took me a year to illustrate. I think it was a month to a couple months of just doing the drawings, which I can do just fine, which is of course tedious at times, but that's the fun part, drawing. Color is not my thing. I'm pretty sure I've said that so many times already. But yes, if you, which actually reminds me, oh, not only commissions, but if you know anyone out there who is looking for a comic artist or an illustrator, I'm currently finishing up that project, so I am available. Obviously, you can, my art style is anthropomorphic animals, so I cannot draw a person to save my life, oddly enough. Okay. Nice. Okay. Looking good. Okay. Let's find. Have this layer behind. Okay. Oops. Nope. Uh-oh. Undo. Think it. Oh no! I cropped. I cropped it. Oh dear. There we go. Thank God for the undo button. What would I do without Control Z? Dew claws. Oh, you're talking about the wolf's dew claws? Yep. You gotta have dew claws. There we go. Okay. Question is. That. Oops. Let's see. I should probably take a sip of water. Mm, Do any of you have plans to go see the new Spider-Man this week? I'm hoping to be able to go this weekend. That'd be great. I have not seen the Odyssey yet. I know they're saying that Spider-Man is looking to be the highest earning film of the year. I think they're saying 200 million domestically opening weekend, I think is what I heard, which is really high. I know the last film made $1 billion without the Chinese box office, so I think this movie's going to do really, really well. Nightfall, hoping to see Odyssey soon. Yeah, I might see it next week. We shall see. Obviously there's some choices that Nolan made that I'm kind of like, oh, that's gonna throw me out of the movie. I'm not sure if I'm gonna enjoy it, but it is a cultural moment. I do love sword and sandal movies, so definitely have to go see that. Let's see. BTW, I work this weekend. Ah, I'm sorry, man. That doesn't sound fun. Well, hopefully you get a chance to relax and enjoy yourself for a bit. Oh, wait a second. Am I going on to? Okay, yeah. I think one of the biggest things that's going to throw me out of the Odyssey movie, out of the experience, is the dialogue. I've heard that instead of like what's the best way to put it? Like historical speech, like you would hear in Lord of the Rings, where it's it sounds authentic for like that type of movie, like type of historical age, that they use like a modern dialogue and modern terms in the Odyssey, and so I'm not looking forward to that. That really irks me when historical movies, do stuff like that. Oops, what's going on? Okay. But I am looking forward to seeing the Cyclops. I heard that they used practical effects as a gigantic puppet for that, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. Okay. Oh boy. We're slowly getting there, folks. It's gonna take a while, but we'll slowly get there. Now you see why it took me a year to get Sophia and the Dragon done. Planet Fox. I'd like to go see a movie, but I don't have anyone to go with. I get that. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Half the joy of going to see a movie is going with people. The experience, sharing the moments with each other. Yeah, I get that. I've seen a couple movies by myself, which is fine. It's fun. I think I went to go see The Bad Guys 2 by myself. Was that last year or this year? Has it been a year? I think it was last year. Oh boy. Anyways, I went to go see that by myself. That was a great experience. Other than that, I prefer to go with people to see movies. Hmm. Okay. All right. Now, let's say go to the other trees. Maybe some trees like that. Yeah, that should be good. A new layer. Let's see, Lotharens. Sometimes we local furries gather for a movie. We even did a a fursuiting event for Zootopia 2. Sorry, I misread that as frustrating. Oh, very cool. That sounds like fun. You have a local furry community there? That's very cool. I think I've probably got to, well, see, I don't even know if, I hesitate to call myself a furry because I get strange looks over here, but definitely a furry artist. I'll gladly call myself that. But I think I've got to be the only one here in my area. Oh, whoops! I thought I was doing two trees at the same time. Let's see. I remember last summer I attended a authors event, actually right here in my local town. Everyone had like booths set up with like their tables of books that they wrote, and I had my books out, my comics, and some prints from my art. Um, and I think, how did I explain? I did okay. I made back my vendor's fee, which is really nice, really cool. But I definitely had people kind of like look at me like, I think part of the problem was most of the people tabling were young to middle-aged women, and I was the only single guy there. And so they were kind of like, who's this weird person that has a table by himself and draws cartoon animals? But those that did come into my booth, they really liked what they saw. Obviously, sold some. What did I sell the most? I think I sold some copies of my comic. Actually, had a therapist. Yeah, she was a therapist. She bought An Unexpected Blessing specifically for her clients to be like, oh, I'm gonna have this sitting there, like at my place, so for my clients to read because I think that they'll really appreciate this. And I was like, well, like this isn't a kid's book. This isn't for children. She's like, no, I know. So I was like, oh, okay. So she must like. My guess is she counsels mothers or people dealing with infertility. I'm guessing. Yeah, it was that was an interesting experience. But yeah, all that to say, definitely got some strange looks from people. One probably being the only guy sitting there by myself without another like some girl there or something, and just I don't think they knew what to do with the table with cartoon animals. But that's okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to replace the tip on this pencil soon. I also need to buy a new screen protector. This is a very old screen protector. It's all scuffed up. BTW. Oh, that's sweet. Indeed. Okay. Oh wow, is it 2 o'clock already? What time did we start? Let me just check. We've been going since... Yeah, it's been an hour and 20... Yeah, so almost an hour and a half already. Man, that went by really fast. Oops, wrong button. Where am I? Let's see. Lotherin's. I've heard and read many a story from a furry who's alone in their family as they get flack from everyone. I'm lucky with that. Family either doesn't mind at all, or loves the art. Awesome, man. That's good to hear. That's definitely a blessing. Lotherin's. Even the explicit art, the few pieces I ever did, that is. Gotcha, gotcha. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm not like, yeah, my family's very understanding of me too. My love of cartoon animals comes from my mom. She always told us stories with talking animals, so I'm not like I'm not a weirdo in my family or anything like that. But when it comes to people outside of my family, sometimes you're like, hmm. Yeah. That's why I try not to draw too weird a subject or anything like that, just because I'm like, I don't need people thinking I'm super weird or anything like that. I did get accused of being an adult artist, essentially. Someone said, "So, how's your animal PO? What's right? Yeah, certain type of content." They asked how that was going. I was like, I do not do that. But so some people, yeah, but let's see. Planet Fox. My mom loves my furry arts. Lol. Oh, that's very cute. She's an 80-year-old boomer and has no idea what a furry is, but she thinks my characters are cute. Oh, awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, my family, they're aware, they're semi-aware what furries are. Their their understanding of furries are like, there's me, and then there's what they hear on the news. So they're like, why do you call yourself a furry artist? I'm like, well, that's technically what I am. I'm not, yeah. So, anywho. Gotta love our furry community. All that to say, that is awesome, Lotharens, that you have a local group that you can hang out with. Nightfall. If you're still there, I noticed that on Discord you have your quote under your bio as the from the whatchamacallit, the Stormlight Archives. I'm actually on book 3 of the Stormlight Archives right now, Oathbringer. I think you have the first oath there, I believe. Life Before Death. I can't remember the rest. I just remember Life Before Death. Strength Before Honor. Oh, what's the rest? I can't remember. Anywho, my brother and I have been going through them. I love Brandon Sanderson. I just wish the books were not so long. Good gracious. I feel like I've been listening for hours and I still have only 30, 35 hours left in the book. Nightfall. Oh, Stormlight. Great. I love the series. How are you liking it? I do recommend the audiobooks if you haven't tried them yet. Yeah, no, I listen exclusively to the audiobooks. I don't have enough time to read during the day, otherwise I won't get any artwork done. And then my night job is janitorial, so I just put that on while I'm working. I'm trying to think. I loved the first book the most. Like, I was really invested in Kaladin's story. Cannot wait for the TV show. What's actually kept me going too slowly with the book is I don't know how you feel about the character. I find myself very annoyed with Shallan. I've never had a point where I wanted to put a book down so badly because of one character than with Stormlight Archives because of Shallan. It takes a lot for me to want to put a book down, and I've nearly quit several times. I just can't get behind that character. I think what's keeping me going is Brandon Sanderson bought a ton of goodwill from me with with the first Mistborn trilogy. Love that book. I think that's his greatest work ever. Love those books. So he bought a ton of goodwill with those books. And then Kaladin's story also was just the first book earned a ton of goodwill. And then once we got to Words of Radiance, I was like, this is really hard, but I'll keep going. And then it got to the point towards the end of Words of Radiance and this book right now, where I'm like, every time we get to Shallan, I'm like, I want to quit the book. And then we get to another Kaladin chapter. I'm like, okay, you bought yourself an extra chapter. I'll keep reading just because of Kaladin. And then we spend forever with Shallan, and just when I'm about to quit, we're back to Kaladin. I know a lot of people love Shallan. I just cannot get behind her character. She makes choices that I'm just like, there's no reason to make that choice except Brandon Sanderson wants her to make a dumb choice. And nothing she does is nothing she does is logical. She just does it because she can, and that irks me. Let's see. I beg pardon. I'm behind on chats. Nightfall. Yep, they do that, and yeah, she gets better. Shallan is a tough one, but she does get better. Yeah, that's what my brother's saying. He's actually, well, he might be close to 2 books ahead of me now, just because I stopped listening for so long because I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it. But he's like, Shallan gets better. Keep going. I need, let's see. Planet Fox. I need to read these books. Everyone I know seems to be crazy about them. They're very good. Brandon Sanderson is one of the best authors of all time, I think. Nightfall. Mistborn is really good too. Final Empire is among my favorites too. 100%. I think that's my favorite of him so far. Well, what book is the best? That's hard. Every book is different, but Mistborn is just such a good story. The end, I won't spoil it, but the ending, it makes the whole series, I think. The first book was phenomenal. Second book was just like, this is crazy. Third book was, what am I reading? I cannot wait for the movies. I cannot wait. Where was I? But yes, if you get a chance, let's see. Planet Fox. Stormlight Archives is like, okay, Mistborn is a heavier book than the Stormlight Archives. Like, the subject matter is pretty heavy. Kind of on the grim, dark side. It's just, there's moments where I almost put it down because I was like, oh, I really don't need to hear about this. But it's such a good story. Man, that Brandon Sanderson can write compelling characters, amazing worlds, and character growth is phenomenal. But yeah, so it's a heavier heavier subject matter, but it's shorter. I think 2 books is the size of 1 book of the Stormlight Archives. But yeah, whereas Stormlight Archives is actually lighter reading, but a much longer book. But yeah, so I highly recommend their stuff, or his stuff is incredible. I'm very hopeful with Brandon Sanderson himself writing the script for Mistborn and being like executive producer on everything from Apple. I really hope things go well. I'd personally like to see all of it animated in the style of Arcane. I know that he's talked about that before and has met with the creators of Arcane. I'm hoping, at the very least, Stormlight Archives will be animated. Personally, I would prefer Mistborn to be animated in that style, but I know he's mentioned that he would prefer Mistborn to be live action, but Stormlight animated. But yeah, no, Kaladin's character from Stormlight Archives is such a good character. Like I fell in love with him within like 2 or 3 chapters. It's just like, this is the character I'm gonna get behind. I love his story, and I stick around for his story. Let's see, Nightfall. In my opinion, she's definitely a weaker character, and her earlier chapters are harder to get through. Yeah, especially like the first book. It feels very disconnected. Like, why are we spending time with this character? But she wasn't in it enough to where I was like, oh, I can't stand this character. It was just fine. And then once we got to Words of Radiance, then I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do this. I think I really lost interest. Oh, okay, man. I don't want to like talk too much because I don't want to spoil things. It's when she makes a choice. There's a choice where it's with that one girl, the bandit lady, and she pretends to be someone. Shallan pretends to be someone else, not herself. And that choice, I get in the end, it's like, oh, that's actually a smart choice in the end. But in the moment, I really hate when characters are like, oh, I'm trying to figure out how the world works for myself. I'm gonna pretend I'm somebody else. That sort of decision irked me so much. And then she just doubles down on it the rest of the series so far, and I'm just like, I can't stand this. But I'm very opinionated, as you can tell. And forgive me for my constant rambling. I need to focus on this. Also, I love Syl's character, Sylfrena. Her character is a total delight. Again, her and Kaladin's relationship is the joy of the entire book. And I do like Pattern as well. Pattern is really fun. So yes, if you haven't read Stormlight Archives or Mistborn, highly recommend. Just be aware that Mistborn has a lot more very mature themes. Let's see. Let's see, Nightfall. That is a defining moment for Shallan, and a lot of the series is her trying to unpack the consequences of that choice. Yeah, no, that's pretty much what my brother was telling me. He's like, you just gotta keep pushing, Andrew. Just finish it. I'm just like, I can't. It's so tough. And then you said, and Syl is amazing. No notes. Absolutely no notes. Dare I say, would the book work without Syl? At least Kaladin's story wouldn't work without Syl. Kaladin himself actually reminds me of a character that I've had brewing in my mind for years now, since I was a teenager. And reading his story, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to write my character eventually. But now it's going to feel slightly derivative. So I'm like, oh, okay. Oh well. Yeah, I won't give too much away about that character, but I will say you probably have seen him in my work. You just don't realize how important he is. And I need to like eventually get to just writing stories so I can tell that story. Because it actually all hinges on sequels and other stories being written before I can get to it. I'll just say, this lovely duo right here, our favorite Sam, plays a very important part in that story. That's all I'll say. Granted, that is subject to change, because I haven't actually written the story out yet, but in all my planning, Samara, daughter of Meadow and Buck, has been present. Ah, oops. I actually need to do another Meadow and Buck comic. I haven't really paid attention to Meadow as a character in a long while. I kind of miss her. Do any of you experience that? You don't focus on one of your characters, excuse me, for a while and you start to miss them. Oops. Nightfall all the time. Yeah. Let's see. I especially feel bad because I know a lot of people on Fur Affinity really like her. And I'm like, I have other stories I gotta tell. She was like the character I drew all the time for years. And then once I kind of put aside Pregfur art, I did the Unexpected Blessing because I needed a story with her in it. And I kind of just put her to the side. Don't worry, Meadow, I'll come back for you eventually. I gotta find the right story. That said, if anyone ever wanted to do fan fiction or fan art or fan comic of her, they are more than welcome. Same for all my characters. I had someone reach out just recently, and they wanted to do some fanfic of Willow, which is really cool. Okay. My fault. It will be good to see more of Meta one day. Indeed, indeed. Such a lovely doe. Let's see. Planet Fox. Fan art sounds like fun. Might see some from me in the near future. Been on a gift art binge. Oh, very cool. Hey, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that. Thank you. Oops. Oh dear. That needs to be on a separate layer. There you go. Yes, anyone is welcome to draw or write about my characters anytime. I just always ask that, no NSFW and no profanity. Just be respectful of the characters, I guess. BTW, Meadow is a good girl. Indeed she is. The bestest of girls. BTW, haven't done stuff with my main OCs in a long time, so yeah, I get you. Yeah. I'm trying to think, what are some of your OCs, BTW? Okay, trying to think. I need just one more. Let's see. There we go. That's the clip. Let's see. Every character needs their time in the spotlight, for sure. Sometimes it's good to remember that your character needs more time in the spotlight. Like I wrote the King's Heir because Mari was like a big character for me, and then I finally wrote the story, and I kind of felt like, oh, she's done. I'm gonna move on to Yuki, her adoptive daughter, and I definitely want to do more stuff with Yuki. But I've realized within the past couple of years, like, you know what? Actually, no, within the past year, Mari is a really special character, and I need to not just. She doesn't have just one function for that one story. She needs to have more time to shine. It's just, again, the right story. This poor Mari's been through so much trauma that I feel like you gotta explore that in another story. Okay. Okay, I need to stretch. Oh dear. And I should probably press save on this. Why do we save? As my animation teacher used to tell us? Because Jesus saves. Which reminds me, at the end of the stream, or if you have to go and wanted to participate, you can let me know in the chat if you have any prayer requests. I'll be happy to pray for you here on the stream at the end. Sometimes it's good to just to be able to, if you're going through a hard time, to just be able to share a little bit and be like, you know what, I just need someone else to come alongside me in prayer. Just always helps. But if not, all good, no worries. Okay, let's check some messages. Oh, you know what? My phone is about to die. I gotta plug that in. me plug in my phone really fast. I will return in just a moment. Grab the charger. I gotta plug that in here. Okay. Huzzah, we are saved. Okay. Gotta check one more thing. All right. Let's see. BTW, Bud, Neon, to name a couple. Oh! BTW, are you Bud Wolf? Is that who you are? See, that's the problem with YouTube. It's not the same usernames as for Affinity, so I'm like, I have to try and guess. Like, I don't know who this person is. Is it Bud Wolf? Hey! Oops. Yeah, no, Bud, it's good to hear from you. It's been a while. That's where I was on the other tree. Yeah, no, I've been actually thinking we need to do something with Tribal Sheila. I know you have your other characters. I draw Tribal Sheila so many times. I'm like, we need to actually set this character up with a comic or an actual story. Let's see. Bud, have been applying for new jobs and I'm hoping to get one before year's end. Oh, nice. Awesome. Hopefully that goes well. Hope, I mean, last we talked, I think you were still taking classes. I hope college has been going well. Okay. Trying to think what other trees can be colored. I know this is technically, actually, let's see. Okay. There we go. That's better. Okay. Yeah, this is a very tedious process, not very fun. There we go, press save. Let's see. Yeah, it's me. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, good to hear from you. This is some erase marks that need to be fixed. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I'm gonna finish these last two trees, and then I think we're gonna move on to maybe some quick doodles or something else, because flatting trees is not very fun. Let's see. BTW classes has been okay. Well, that's good. And then Planet Fox, I'm enjoying it. Very chill. Oh, thank you, Planet Fox. Let's see. Almost there. I was just thinking this morning, because my goal has always been to have like multiple projects going at the same time, a comic, a book, illustrations, and commissions. And I realized like there's no way I can do all that. I'm not like Rick Griffin from the author of the House Pets comic, who somehow is able to do like two or three projects all at once, which I envy his management skills. But I'm definitely not Rick Griffin. I can't manage multiple projects all at once. Let's see. Yeah, I need to work on this short story that I have ready to go, and then I need to actually get moving on the Barbarians comic. Okay, almost there. Build gaps. Ooh. Almost there. Okay, trees. Yikes. That took forever. And then I want a couple more trees with this color here. Oops, actually, let's do that behind here. There you go. Oops, oh, nope. course, that will be covered over with the other, with the Stegosaurus and all that. Let's see. Planet Fox. This just looks so rad. Is this a commission or is this a personal piece? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a personal piece. It's an illustration for the month. So on Patreon, patrons can vote on what illustration they'd like to see me do. Unfortunately, I've been notoriously very slow. Nightfall can attest to this. Very slow at getting anything done over on Patreon, and especially once I started working on Sophia and the Dragon. I think, well, maybe not, but I felt it definitely slowed my process on any work. But Sophia and the Dragon is pretty much done now. Just spending this week fixing up the type and the text and getting it ready for print. So hopefully I can spend a bit more time dedicated to other projects. Okay, so we got the tree trunks platted. Hooray! Actually, where's that's blue? There you go. Nice. Press save. Let's see, Nightfall. That is true, but we're okay with the wait. Aw, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I always feel bad. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have these patrons that are supporting me and I do nothing. I'm like silent on there for weeks on end. I'm just like, my goodness, I'm a terrible person. But I think I'm so grateful. You guys are amazing. So patient. There we go. Okay. Actually, you know what? I see a tangent that I need to get rid of here. There we go. That's better. Sorry, I have to see what it looks like from far away. Just a little bit more of a dip. There we go. Yep, I'm happy. Just needing to make this branch a bit bigger. There we go. Nope, don't want that. Planet Fox, you're a cool bean and we like you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Lotharens, oi, goodness, I just caught myself asleep after a long work day. Guess I better go to bed. Yeah, Lotharens, that sounds like you need sleep. Let's see, trying to come in next stream again. Good day all, and thanks for streaming. Thank you, Lotharens. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Get some sleep. Thank you so much for hopping on. Let's see. Bud, I wish I had this much patience with backgrounds. I don't know how I put up with it myself. I just do, somehow. I think it's a learning process, I think. I have some branches. I think that should be fine. Just gotta fill in those little bushes. Okay. Let's see. Lotharans. Ciao. Ciao. Ciao, mate. Let's see. Okay. I have one more tree to do, but I think we're done for today. Yeah, let's call that quits. Let's move on to something a bit more fun. Let's do some doodles here. Let's see. Press save. Actually, where is that new pen I got? It's Tom's ink brush. Let's start a new canvas. Resolution. Yeah, that's no. 1920 by 1080. There you go. All right, doodle time, folks. Let's get the right colors. All right, so what are we gonna doodle today? Let's see. Actually, let's make sure we have the right brush. Oh, that's a very slow brush. Don't know if I like that. Let's try the ink brush again. Let's bring it this. Whew, the bigger you go, the slower it gets. I'm not a fan of that. Yikes. I like the brush, but let's go back to G Pen. I have my stabilization all the way up, so let's lower that. Bring the brush size. There we go. That's a bit better. Stabilize it. Nope. There we go. I think that's good. Okay. Control C. Alrighty. What should we doodle? Since we've been talking about her for so long. Okay, that's better. Let's draw Meadow. Everyone's favorite doe. I want to make sure that there's a center line. Okay. Boy, it's been a while, Meadow. I have to try and remind myself how to draw her as I go. Her arms are a little too thin. Okay, bring up the brush size for eraser. I think she's leaning a little too much. Looks good. Let's see. Planet Fox. This is the part of the drawing that I really stink at. Oh, the sketching or the anatomy. I'm terrible at anatomy myself. If you actually pay attention, like the anatomy is pretty atrocious, but I love sketching. Wow, Clip Suit Paint, you're taking a long time to save. Here we go. I'm actually gonna erase the head. Don't worry, Meadow. Let's see, where is she? There we go. That neck needs to be a little bit higher. There's her ears. I think I need to bring down my stabilization tank more. Okay, I'm actually gonna bring up the neck a tiny bit more. There we go, that's good. Like it. I feel like her anatomy is a bit off, but we'll see. Planet Fox, yeah, proportions and anatomy are kind of painful. Yes, 100%. I get that. Okay, I'm bringing down that stabilization even more. This is really annoying. There we go. Let's see. Oh, she's leading too far. Got to make sure the balance is correct. Let's see. Here's a ruler. View. Oops. Should be a way to. Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now I have a ruler, so I know where her balance should be. So I can adjust that. Okay. Let's see. If you have ideas that you'd like to see me doodle, let me know in the chat. You guys can't see the box right now. It's not on the screen, but Clip Studio Paint is having a like it's trying to save. It's loading, but it's not on the screen. There we go. Okay, so that's her gravity line. So shoulder should be here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why am I connected to? Okay, let's redo this there, shall we? There we go. Sometimes I'm snapping to the ruler, that's why. How do I unsnap the ruler? Let's see. Snap, snap, snap. I have something. Layer. Select. Something snapping. There we go. Okay. It's always this other arm that I have trouble with when it comes to hands on hips. I don't know why. My brain just never knows what to do with this arm. Let's see. Let's see. Nightfall, I'll put forth Nim if you're up for it. Sure, I can give Nim a doodle in a second. Alright. Yikes, Meadow, that face is not, that's not Meadow. Let's fix that. The eyes are right. There we go. That's my girl. And depending on her age, the Meadow's younger. She has like she has like hair in the back. She lets the fur grow a little bit longer on the back of her neck. And then when Sam is what, like eight or so, then she's more clean, short furred again, short hair. Anywho. And of course, cannot forget her one scrap of clothing. Let's see. Then Meadow still has her fawn spots. They never left when she grew up. Gotta have the belly button there. That chest floof. Alrighty. Look at that sketch. Let's see. This is painfully cute. Oh, thanks, man. I can see it's been a while since I've drawn her because there's a few things that are off. But that's okay. There we go. Make her nose a little bit long. That works. Oops. Nope, nope, nope. Good old Meadow. Eventually, girl, you'll get another story. Nope. Man, the stabilization is really messing me up. Let's fix her hips a little bit, bring it down. Nope, let's go back. Undo. Let's see. Let's see. But two. Oh, talk about her outfit. Two, if you count her bandana. Yeah. Man, it's been so. Yeah, she used to have the bandana. I have not drawn her bandana in so long. That is way too huge. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep her bandana though. Yeah, her balance is off. I hate that. Even with the center line, that's I'm still like struggling to keep her balanced. Well, that would help. She is not cooperating. I think she's mad at me because I haven't drawn her in so long. There we go. She's got those motherly hips. There we go. Clip Studio Paint is really struggling right now. It's taking forever to load. There we go. Center line. And what side is her the patch on her shawl? You would think with the money that you know what? Shoot. I totally forgot to post on Fur Affinity that I was streaming. I had the post ready to go, everything. And I guess I never pressed upload. That's really embarrassing. Oh dear. As soon as I opened up Fur Affinity, it went to the upload page. Okay, Meadow, where are you? What side is your patch on? Okay, it's on her left side. Yes. Had to figure out what direction I was going. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Nightfall. Aw, Meadow. Stop being difficult. Yeah, Meadow. Stop being difficult. She looks very Planet Fox. She looks very huggable. Thank you. I judge all characters by how huggable they are. Aw. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. What's going on here? There you go. I think technically the shawl should be a little bit lower to really hide her, well, not hide, but cover her chest a bit more. Uh, but I'm going to stick with what I have right now. There we go. See, and this is where I'm struggling. How do you do the hand on the other side of the hip? I just have a reference just recently on this. Let me pull that out. Okay, hands on hips, hands on hips. Right? Or is that on Pinterest? I think it's on Pinterest. Okay. Oh, 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 that's go to boards, art reference, art reference. Arms crossed, hands on hips. Where are you? Don't you hate it where you have every reference possible except the one that you're looking for? Here we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, her hands should also be there. So oops, that is too far out. That does not look good. Okay. You know what? Let's have her doing something else with her hoof. There we go. Well, hi, she's saying. Don't know why I just gave her a southern accent. She is a country girl, though. I think I might have made her chest just a little too small. Proportionally, I think. Not sure. Let's see. There we go. The white of her belly, all the way to the inner thigh. Okay. Bit of shade. There we go. We got Meadow for the first time in a good while. What have you been up to, Meadow? Very cute. You gotta fill in the black. I always try to. I like to give her like a blush, but depending on how you draw it, looks like scuffs, like a scuff mark, and I do not want that. Meadow is a very well loved, and well taken care of doe. She's gotta be the happiest doe you'll ever meet. Obviously, this is a very rough sketch, but oops, oops. Where are we? You know what? Let's undo all that. I think it was fine the way it was. Okay, where were we? Planet Fox. Those fur markings are so cute. What a cutie. Oh, thank you, thank you. All right, we had time to draw Nightfall's character Nim. Actually, let's get a separate layer. Let's see, where's our perspective? There's your tail. I don't know what you're doing, Nim. Just pulling a rope, I guess. I don't know why. This is just what's come to mind. So her head is a gumdrop shape. Give her a chest. Oop, those ears are too floppy. Okay. Actually want to twist the upper torso just a tiny bit. Tilt it up so it's like she's really straining to pull. That's loading. Let's see. Nightfall tugging a rope, maybe trying to clear a fallen log from a path. Maybe. I'll leave that up to you. I need to rotate her head. Okay. Wow. Clip Studio Paint is really struggling. I think it might be because I have OBS open at the same time. I can close down Discord. Try and close as many apps as possible. Well, yeah, you guys probably can't see it, but Clip Studio Paint is... Oh yeah, you can see the flashing. That's Clip Studio Paint trying to load. And it's not having a good time right now. Man. It is really struggling right now. I wonder if I can close pages. Quit. Nope, that's not quit. Because I have too many documents open. Save and quit. Wow, yeah, it's still loading. This is not good. At least she has a very recognizable pose to look at, rather than just atrocious. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna actually erase her ears. Maybe? No? Maybe not? I'm trying to decide, do I like her head tilting up, or should she be facing down? Like really trying to pull. I'll leave that up to you, Nightfall. In the meantime, let's bring down opacity. Sometimes it's best to just follow your sketch. Tilted a bit up is good. All right. Thank you. I will lower the head a tiny bit though. I think there we go. Oops, I meant to zoom in. I have no idea how to draw a hand like this right now, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Technically, her face would actually be pointed a little differently. I do not like that expression. We'll get there. There we go. Okay, actually, still, this needs to be tilted up just a tiny bit. Maybe that works. There you go. I like that. Okay, let's go down to her chest. Oops, nope, not giving her a gut. Oops. Pay attention to what you're doing. Okay. Maybe too many movement lines, but Okay. Give her her little, I don't know what you call, like a choker collar pendant thing she has. Her rib cage is, yeah, right about there. Her hip. There you go. Slightly messy sketch. Let's fix that eye. It almost looks like a. Oh, no, oh, I don't like that. I want to fix her hair a little bit. Let's see. I want to fix her face somehow. Can I make this better by enlarging it? There you go. I think. Perfect. I think. Huzzah! There we go. That's Nim. Um. Some contour lines. Nope. I can remove that center line a little bit. It's kind of biting her lip there. And then whiskers. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I gotta look at Nin's reference again. Does she have markings on her ears? Okay. No, but I usually give her like some tufts of like her fur kind of. What am I saying? Her ears are a little fluffier, not so um, bare. I guess bare as in like not bare animal, but like, I don't know what I'm saying. I can't speak. There you go. Let's see. Nightfall. Loving how she's looking. Well, thank you. Bud, looking good so far. Thank you, thank you. I mean, she is a little in the buff at the moment. But I kind of like this. More like a figure study sketch. Okay, clean up. There you go. Some of that there. Planet Fox, absolutely. Cute bunny. Thank you, thank you. And then just a few more taut lines. Oops. There you go. Oops. shading, and there you go. Cute. I like it. She's probably telling Meadow, get over here and help me. All right. Well, it is 3:25. We got 5 more minutes, and then I need to call it quits for the day because I gotta get ready for my second job. I consider this my first job, working on artwork. Second job is the one that keeps the lights on. Okay. Let's do one more quick little. Can do another doodle in 5 minutes. In the meantime, if you have any prayer requests that you would like me to pray for, feel free to put them in the chat. If not, all good. Let's see what is going on with this character. She's bending over. Is this who I think it is? I think it is. Oops, those eyes are scary. Just like Misty spilled something. Okay. Very chaotic sketch. Let's see, but maybe one for having my job application go through successfully. For sure, yeah, we'll definitely pray for that. Thank you. Just got some cups. Okay. And then, yeah, so remember, folks, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 12:30-ish, 12:30 Central Time. And be working on either more of the Stegosaurus illustration, or I'm not sure what else. And then Friday we'll be doing a commission stream, working on commissions there. Which, speaking of commissions, if you are interested in a commission, the link is in the description down below. If not, all good. Okay, finishing up here. The neckline reminds me actually of Lara Nightfall. I hope that does not look like she's using her middle finger. It's supposed to be her index finger. It does not help that she does not have 5 fingers. Oh no. Let's go with that. I don't think Misty would ever flip anyone off. There you go. If I could be, let's see, if I could just make a living just doing sketches like this, I would have so much fun. A cup spilled. Oh no! Misty, you're fired. Yikes, those eyes are scary. Hmm. Yeah, the anatomy is off and everything, but that's okay. We're just having fun as we doodle. All right, Nightfall, thank you very much. Thanks for hopping on. Have a good day. And with that, folks, yeah, I better call it quits. Thank you very much for hopping on the stream. I'm going to quickly say a word of prayer, and we'll sign out with that. All right, dear Lord, I want to pray. Thank you for this day that we had together. I pray for Bud that you would help him with his job application. Pray that things go smoothly, that he would get the job that he needs. In your name I pray. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. All righty. Thank you, folks, once again. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, and look forward to seeing from you all. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe and click the notification bell. There, you'll be notified whenever I go live or I post or something like that. And yeah, so stay tuned for more. God bless, and let me find the buttons here. All right, yeah, thank you very much. God bless, and cheers. Let's see. Why is this not cool? There you go. All right, take care, folks.